The air in the slumps of Silverlight City was thick with the scent of rust and damp concrete. In a makeshift workshop, Lyra's hands, smudged with oil, moved with practiced ease. She was surrounded by the discarded bones of the city, broken gears, twisted pistons, and splintered conduits. From this scrap, she built a clunky, multi-limbed automaton. Its core, a simple, unpolished chip. She activated it with a click, and its single lens eye flickered to life. Lyra walked out of the gloom. She saw a young, visually impaired child navigating the treacherous streets without a stick. She handed the automaton to the child. It gently took his hand with its mechanical fingers, began to guide him. Its gait adapted to the child's, navigating the crowded streets with a patient, rhythmic hum. In a forgotten warehouse, Lyra introduced her next creation to a crowd of fellow residents, a teacher automaton. It was a patchwork of scrap metal, but its posture was authoritative and kind. It was designed to teach the children of the slumps, all with wide, hopeful eyes. It began to speak with a simple, synthesized voice. This automaton didn't just teach reading and writing. The automaton expertly demonstrated first aid, using torn fabric and scavenged metal to show the children how to clean and bandage a wound. It explained the mechanics of the city's underbelly and taught them how to navigate the dangerous sewers to survive. The children listened, absorbing knowledge that the gleaming automatons by Aethel Industries would never offer. The slumps of Cogfall City bake under a merciless sun, a desolate panorama of decay and ruin. A piercing shriek echoes through the wasteland as pipes leading to a major conduit violently ruptures, its failure threatening a complete meltdown of the systems. Steam hisses in parts of the slumps, engulfing the corroded metal in a chaotic torrent of vapor. The scene becomes a maelstrom of swirling vapor, corroded metal, and the relentless sun. Sector Gamma stands as a haunting testament to resilience, its vital hydroponics farm fighting to thrive amid decay. Guided by Lyra's automatons, the children tended these hydroponic farms, expertly rerouting pipes and enriching the soil to improve the yield. Their faces, etched with grime, told a story of hardship, yet their work in the farms offered a new purpose and a glimmer of hope. They were building a future. The burst steam conduit threatened to flood the hydroponic farms. If destroyed, months of work would be lost, along with every nutritious crop. Hearing the ruptured conduit, chaos erupts as adults scream, their terror painting a stark contrast to the children's eerie calm. Amidst the pandemonium, children remain still, their faces betraying no fear. They discussed the response to impending disaster. Hydroponic farms. Steam billowed from the ruptured conduit, a blinding wall of vapor that drove back the panicked crowd. Those who hesitated were scorched by the heat. Amidst the adults' screams and panic, the children calmly concluded they needed help from the teacher automaton to fix the ruptured conduit. The children sketched plans to fix the rupture, then hurried to their school in the discarded warehouse to consult with the teacher automaton. Fear tightened the children's faces, but determination burned in their eyes as they discussed each proposal. They recommended to reroute the flow using scavenged joints and elbow. They discussed using an old pressure valve found in a pile of junk and suggested installing it nearby to reduce the pressure and make repairs safer. They agreed to patch the rupture using a bent metal plate from a discarded vehicle, sputtered to life, and tools and scrap metal for the repairs. With a mechanical groan, it announces to the panicking adults. Emergency Protocol 7 is initiated. Containment measures is in progress. Kindly vacate the area. The teacher automaton and its young crew got to work. They decided to first reduce the pressure, then sealed the rupture with a plate of scrap metal. The automaton lumbered forward. With its crew of students, it installed a pressure valve to reduce the pressure and make the repairs safer. Near the ruptured conduit, the children worked with the practiced precision of master engineers, a skill set learned from their teacher automaton. With practiced precision, they begin their work. Salvaged materials, once discarded junk, were now the raw parts for the repair. A bent metal plate would become a patch, and wires would become clamps. Armed with salvaged scrap and their small toolkits, the children hauled their findings toward the breach, their determined footsteps echoing on the floor. A child knelt, her fingers quickly scooping thick mud from the ground. It would be used as a sealant to patch the ruptured conduit. With practiced ease, they also grind rock into a fine powder for strength. The children acquired rendered grease from discarded machines and automatons. They carefully salvage the old parts, heat them over a fire, and collect the melted grease as it dripped. They mix crushed rock with rendered grease, creating a thick, gritty paste to be used as a sealant for the repair. Each swirl of the mixture is a step closer to saving their home and their hydroponic farm. The thick paste, a makeshift solution of rock and grease, was ready. Its gritty texture a testament to their hands-on ingenuity. A mini welding automaton helped the children work, its sparks flying as they battled the hissing steam to seal the makeshift patch. The edges of the patch glisten with paste, a fragile barrier against the oppressive heat and rising tension. Each application is a testament to their determination, a desperate attempt to quell the conduit's angry breath. With a final, desperate push, all the patches are secured throughout the slumps, a fragile victory against the conduit's fury. In the aftermath of repair works by the children, the adults gather, their faces etched with a mix of bewilderment and surprise. The initial fear gives way to a dawning sense of wonder as they comprehend the impossible and the wonderful job done by the children. The people cheered, lifting the children onto their shoulders as they paraded them through the street in celebration of their victory. The hydroponic farm was safe, and the crowd's cheers soon gave way to music and dancing. People rejoiced, celebrating Lyra and the children's victory over the disaster. The wounded conduit breathes its last, the hissing fading into a whisper. Against all odds, the makeshift patch endures, a symbol of resilience forged in desperation. A wide smile spreads across a child's face, his skin and clothes smudged with grease as he proudly holds up his tools. Amidst the ruptured conduit, the teacher automaton stands, a sentinel of cold, gleaming metal. With a series of clicks and whirs, the teacher automaton made its final inspection, checking each joint in the pipework. The automaton's voice, devoid of warmth, declares, "Breach contained, Sector Gamma secured. It is safe to return to your homes." The teacher automaton slowly marched back to the warehouse school, a new, warm feeling spreading through its core processors for the first time. Once dismissed as a burden on the slump's meager resources, the children had finally shown they had safeguarded the hydroponic farms, the very lifeline of their community, and in doing so, they had won the complete respect of grateful people. Their efforts had saved everyone from disaster. The slumps, once shadowed by despair, now glow under the setting sun. A symbol of resilience, the repaired conduit pierces the skyline, casting a long shadow of hope. The warm light paints the landscape, creating a sense of renewed promise. The slumps, bathed in the warm glow, reflect a newfound sense of possibility. Flickering candlelight casts long shadows across the makeshift classroom, illuminating the eager faces of the children. In the dim light, the pages of the worn books come alive, filled with stories and dreams. The teacher automaton returned to its classroom. Its presence was a living proof of the knowledge it had shared with the children to help with the repair. Its metallic eyes gleamed softly, watching over the young minds with unwavering dedication. The soft glow of candlelight and the presence of the automaton create an atmosphere of hope and learning. Under the vast, starlit sky, a child's hopeful gaze pierces the darkness, a beacon of resilience in the slumps. The child's eyes reflect a glimmer of hope, mirroring the distant stars above. In the quiet of the night, the child's small shoulders carry the weight of a future yet unwritten. In the pristine, antiseptic labs of Aethel Industries, the meticulous engineer Kael frowned. His datapad was showing a persistent, unusual network signatures from the slumps, but it was too weak to be a threat, a rhythmic blip that he couldn't identify. Those data points were from Lyra automaton, but for Kael, it was a minor anomaly. He dismissed them as a glitch, yet filed it away for later. A long time ago, younger Lyra and Kael worked together at Aethel Industries. They had perfected a powerful, self-learning chip, but a new directive came down from their superiors. The chip was to be used to power a new age of scrap automaton, frying public spectacle. The people had never seen these automaton fall. The polished machine stumbled and fell again and again. The reputation of Aethel Industries, its very foundation, was shattered.